So hi everybody and welcome back to the Unreal Engine 5 full game tutorial series for absolute beginners. This is video 25, and in this video we continue with our widget, and this time we implement our progress bar, the red thing on the bottom. Alright, let's get started. First of all, let's open up our widget. Here's my widget. We have already set up this progress bar here, and now we go here to the details panel. We select first our widget progress bar, and you check that is variable is selected because we need it later in our graph section. And then we go here down, and what we want to do here is make a binding. And the nice thing is, if you have created a game mode, a reference, then this game mode can pop up here and you can set up your functionality directly in the game mode. But sometimes this one is not working, so I make a demonstration how we can make this one with this create binding here. But before we do that, we still go to the game mode. So let's open up our game mode. In my case, it's this one here, and the reason why I go to the game mode is because I need to create health variables, and variables are one of these variables which are important, and important variables you put in the game mode, which will be later on the server. On a single player game it makes not a big sense, but it's nice to have the important variables to have on the server side all time, even if we are making just a single player game. Alright, with that said, we go here to the variable section. You click here plus and call your variable. One is max health, I already created one, and then the other is current health. And important is that you select float because the percentage of a progress bar is a decimal point, and decimal points need to be float, but of course you can select something else as well and then convert it if it's possible. But why make a convert when we can directly select it? So here you select it to float like I did, and then you compile, save, and then you set max health, what you want on your max health to be. For demonstration purposes I set it here to 100, and then you set the current health also 100 to the max health, for example. So max health and current health should be the same at start, because when you start your character have the full health, which is the max health. Then we are finished here. We go back to our widget, and now we go here again, select the progress bar, down to the progress, and then here where it says binding. And I'm not using this one here. You can create a function directly in your game mode and call it here, but instead I create a function now here in this widget blueprint. So to do this, we can make here create binding. I forgot one thing to mention. Perhaps you don't even see this game mode reference. To see that one here, you have to go first to the graph section, and then you have to create here cast it to your game mode, get the game mode, cast to game mode, and promote it to the variable. And if you are doing this kind of stuff, you should see not all times actually, that's the strange thing, you can see perhaps this here, this S game mode, and then select it, this reference here. Sometimes it's not working. I don't know if it's a bug, because I created it one time and it was not visible. Anyway, we are using now this create binding here, and this create binding here is just creating a functionality exactly here in this widget blueprint. But let's do this. Let's click on this one, and you can see it is creating here a function, and we have a start point and an end point. And then what we are doing here is calculating the percentage. So we have to calculate how the percentage here works. It's actually very easy. First of all, we need our health, which we created in our game mode, this max health and the current health. But we are here in the widget, right? And I'm not using now this game mode here. I'm using just the widget here. So right now I'm here in my widget. You can see I'm in the function section. It is just called get percentage, for example, here. And now you have to get the game mode, but we have already created it perhaps. If so, if not, just create it, or you create it directly here if you want. Or you make it even better. Instead of this one, you create it globally, and then you have it all time. And then after you have your game mode, I drag and drop it here because I created already here and I promoted it here to a variable. Then you get the current health. No, you get both actually. Get the current health, get the max health, and now we have to divide. The question is for what we divide from what. We divide the current health from the max health. So let's make here a divide. This is this sign here, this slash here. Then it comes here to divide and current health by max health. And if you do this one here, this one gives all time a 0 point anything. So let's say you have here current health 20 divided by 100 would be give you a value of 0.2, and the 0.2 is exactly something like that with decimal point is exactly what we need, because the percentage is converting the 0.2 to 20%, something like that. So you can see the calculation is here very easy actually. And yeah, that's all it actually. So this one is now set up, which means we can test it, but to test this one we have now to apply damage. Instead of applying damage, let me change here the base value. So you can see when I start the game I have full life. When I change the value, I set the current health for example here differently. Let's set it indeed to 20. Now I have 20% normally, and when I start here the game, and you can see indeed my health is 20. And how we lose health and all this kind of stuff, again, another video when we make a damage, apply damage or get damage, and there are different ways in the next video. But we set up now this one too. So we have that little bit. And now in the next video we have to set up the pause menu as well. And of course they are not complete finished because, like I said, we have to call them anyhow, but that's this kind of stuff in the next videos which comes. Alright, if you have any questions like all time, write in the comment section. See you in the next video. Bye, good luck, and like all time, have fun and never give up.